time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game. And second down.
Let's go.
The tackle made by Jayon Brown. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Locke. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Hayward. Check. 59.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Check 44. No. 3.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give Henry another shot. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay.
59. Watch the run. Check, 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 check.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
4 down. Check, check.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sand. Von Miller coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 13.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And he's going to go down again. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On first down, Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on second and 8. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a third and 8. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to. But he's still
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Gator. And let's get this, get this.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Check. 55 to the right. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 38, Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
First down, Titans.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mariota hands to Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
You ain't going nowhere.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And Walker has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mariota escaping the pressure right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down.
All day, dog.
From the red zone now, Mariota. He's got Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Throwing, Mariota. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Watch it. Where are they, team?
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
One. He's coming. Double up. He's right. 64. Weak.
Here's Mariota. And that is caught. Walker. Touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that's complete to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. And now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Watch it, hey, here we go.
Now Locke on the bootleg. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You got nothing.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hold the look, hold the look, hold.
To throw is Mariota. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
You want this?
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Walker with a grab. Left side. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 47.
Again, it's Mariota. Out to his, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Lock now. 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
59 mark, check.
From midfield, here's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
15.
On 1st down, Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Titans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mariota on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mariota gives to Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Lewis here on first down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing, Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Go, Mike. Blue line.
Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
61. Matchbox, right.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 25 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Another run by Lindsey. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Derek Wolfe drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down now, it's Lewis. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take the win.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He completes this to Sutton. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Locke to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Here's Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll toss it to Henry. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mariota now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real. And I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players. But you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Broncos 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. To throw it is locked. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Clock will try again on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
Into the red zone, it's locked. They'll find Lindsey here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
On the set. Check 55 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He finds Riddick, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Locke. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
On first down, Henry, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Stays on his feet. Steps away. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Brett Kern now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Back to throw. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And now the kick is blocked. And the Titans pick it up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
49. Blue line. Hey.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Titans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.